Yes, so let's move on towards our lecture number 22 of physics optional. But let me tell you one thing, beta. It is very unfortunate that uh, about some April 28, 2022. Okay, so my channel was started at this date. Okay, channel started, and Kalyan was my first subscriber. Okay, I want to take his name. Kalyan was my first subscriber also and my first student also. Okay. Now, since April 28 till September 8, if we see the journey, okay, till September 8, if we carefully look at the journey, then there have been a lot of students who loved me actually. There have been about 100 students who have messaged me personally and have loved me, okay. But beta, it is very unfortunate to tell that 5 students have been blocked during this period. 5 students have been blocked, okay. 5 students were blocked. Now 5 students were blocked. Why they were blocked? And is this a coincidence or not? I don't know. But throughout my life, okay, throughout my career, and I was associated with Byju's also once. Okay, once I was associated with Byju's also. Okay, and I taught PCM optionals there also once upon a time. Okay, but now these 5 students were blocked, and in Byju's also. Now this is YouTube. Okay, this is YouTube. So someone may make another account and may come. Okay, because this is YouTube. Or in YouTube there might be that thing also, that even after blocking the person might be able to see me and hear my lectures. That is possible. But these students whose names I don't want to take, they were blocked. This shows the poor education status of India. And also uh, these students are so much ये इतने आदत से मजबूर होते हैं कि ये पेड प्लेटफॉर्म जो होता है ना, उस पर भी ऐसी हरकत करते हैं, ठीक है ना. These students are so obsessed with such behavior that even at paid platform at Byju's when I used to teach, these type of students were always coming and getting blocked, and many of them lost their fees also. In my Byju's career, 15 students have been there. 15 students have been there, and all of them lost their fees because it was a paid platform. And if I block someone on paid platform, then the fees is lost. Okay, so 15 students were there. Whose means in the means 15 students were there who were blocked. Now you only tell me, you are wasting your energy in abusing someone or using or laughing at someone. Do you think such a person will ever be blessed by God? You only tell me. अरे भाई, पूजा पाठ करने से ही सब कुछ हो जाता तो फिर तो सबने आईएएस ही बन जाना था ना. पूजा पाठ अगर करते हो तो फिर ये हरकत क्यों कर रहे हो? भगवान को मूर्ख समझते हो क्या? भगवान को मूर्ख समझते हो? तो बेटा, ईमानदार आदमी बनो. लाइफ में ऐसे आदमी मत बनो जो ये 5 स्टूडेंट ब्लॉक हुए, या फिर ये बाइजूस के जो 15 स्टूडेंट ब्लॉक हुए थे, जिनकी फीस एज अ रिजल्ट व्हाट हैपेंड, they were blocked and their fees was lost. Their fees was lost, and no refund was available. Ultimately it was loss of their parents. Ultimately it was loss of their parents. Okay, not mine. It was not mine loss. It was the loss of their parents. Here also on YouTube, 5 students were blocked, and among these 20 students, if I say 15 plus 5 means 20 students who have been blocked in my lifetime. Okay, in my lifetime, 20 students have been blocked. Now this is very quite low ratio. Okay, this is quite low ratio. If you look at the number of persons who are coming to the class, there are about 10,000 students I have guided in my lifetime. In my 7 years career, I have guided 10,000 students. Okay, and among them only 20 have been blocked. That just means that it is normal. Okay, it is not too much that the students have been blocked. It's only 20 students who have been blocked in my lifetime, and these 20 students. This is also a very remarkable fact that their accounts. Okay, all of these 20 students. Okay, 19 students. One student was different. Their accounts, 19 students account were on the name of a boy. Okay, now out of 20 students who have been blocked in my lifetime, 19 students had their account on the name of a boy, such as some name will be there, Satish, or any XYZ name will be there. Okay, only one student was there who was blocked, and her account name was on the name of a girl. Okay, so this is a also very remarkable different kind of fact. which is there. Okay, and these persons' accounts were named on the name of a boy. What a coincidence! So this shows that the aggressive behavior. Okay, aggressive behavior is mostly associated with the gender male, I think. Okay, and because of such aggressive males, the entire gender has been its image has been destroyed completely. Okay, so this is the thing. You can see it clearly over here. Don't you think people are looking at you? Don't you think? Obviously, people are looking at you. Okay, and they are looking at that also. That what is the ratio of girls and boys over here? So I am also a male only. So please do not spoil the name of my gender by doing such silly things, stupid things. Okay, so do not spoil the name. So third and fourth postulate we are going to see. This class is in continuation. Conditions to be satisfied by the wave functions for realistic situations. Okay, I don't say that all there might be, but I am sure. Okay, even if this would not be 19.1. Okay, but I am sure from my research which I have done since so long, and from the books, various books which I have read since my 32-year career, means from childhood when I started to read in the second standard. Since then till now, whatever I have read, based on that, I can say that this is what is looking जो दिख रहा है वो ये है. Okay, what we are seeing is this, but actual ratio is 15:5 actually. Okay, and these means some girls come on the name of a boy's account for privacy purposes. Some girls come on YouTube or paid platform on the name of a boy because of privacy issues. Okay, so if you look at their comments, even if they are blocked, okay, even if they are blocked, their comments are not aggressive or insulting. Okay, their comments are a little bit, means a little bit they are wrong, but their comments are not so aggressive or something like that. But these their comments are really very very, that means you are destroying the name of male community. That means you are destroying the name of male community by doing such things. Okay, ultimately what happened? Ram Nagesh Srinivas was born, IIT Hyderabad graduate. Okay, so this is the thing. So we are basically learning conditions to be satisfied by wave functions. But this was very very much important. Okay, although it spoiled my 10 minutes, but it was very important to tell this. Okay, because and as far as state PCS is concerned, okay, as far as state PCS is concerned, someone was asking me whether you have given state PCS or not. So let me tell you one thing: I have never given state PCS. I never gave. Why I never gave state PCS? Reason is very simple. Okay, I was targeted towards 3 exams. I was targeted towards 3 exams, and the last one was CSIR net. Okay, I was targeted towards 3 exams, and amongst these 3 exams, I gave UPSC interview 2 times. Okay, GRE I qualified. I qualified GRE, but the problem was that my parents did not have so huge amount of money to pay the foreign university fees. Okay, foreign university fees they could not pay. Okay, foreign university fees is very huge amount, so it could not be paid by my parents. So this chance was gone. I had qualified this in first attempt, but I later on I qualified this also in first attempt. Okay, and I am now a degree college professor. Before that, I was a civil services teacher, and now also on YouTube I am a civil services teacher only. But I gave interview 2 times, and among those 2 times, it was basically in my fourth and fifth attempt. Okay, it was basically in my fourth and fifth attempt. I went up to the interview I reached in my fourth and fifth attempt. Okay, so that's all I can say. And why I have ignored state PCS? I ignored state PCS just because I found these exams to be more rewarding. I found that CSIR net is more rewarding, and UPSC is the most rewarding. Out of all these, UPSC is the most rewarding out of all these 4 exams. But I ignored state PCS because it was the least rewarding. I preferred to be a degree college professor instead of clearing state PCS and going for some normal job, choti moti job. Okay, I went for CSR net. I found it to be more rewarding. Okay, so that's why I have no experience of this ever. I don't have any experience of it. Okay, so conditions to be satisfied by the wave functions, because someone was asking regarding MPSC also. Okay, so because I am from Maharashtra, so someone was asking regarding MPSC. So, but I did not have any idea about that. Okay, condition to be satisfied by the wave functions. For realistic situation. Okay. So the third condition is that third condition psi x, okay, and del psi x by del x, okay, must be continuous. The first and second conditions we have already learned in the previous class. So we are going on towards the third condition. Psi x and del psi x by del x must be continuous everywhere. Everywhere. They must be continuous everywhere. Okay. Now these must be continuous everywhere simply means that if we draw the graph of this, it there won't be any discontinuity in it. Okay. So I will tell you regarding this. Okay. Suppose I am drawing a graph of psi of x against x. Okay. Then the graph will look something like this, and it will come over here. Okay. So in this area there is nothing. Okay. So clearly it is discontinuity because it is discontinuity because you cannot draw it without lifting pen. You cannot draw it without lifting pen. And at such a point, at this point, and at this point, okay. If we draw a tangent, what does this mean? This simply means that you are taking the slope of tangent. This simply implies that you are taking the slope of tangent. So if you try to take the slope of tangent, it will be undefined for this area, for the discontinuity area, because no graph exists there. Okay. Over here it is defined. Over here the slope is defined. Okay. In this area the slope is defined because you will draw a tangent to the curve and you can determine the slope. Okay. But on these points you might have learned this thing in the 12th standard. But at these points the continuity is not there. Okay. Continuity is not there. So it will be basically discontinuous at that point. Okay. So so let us write if psi of x is discontinuous, then your del psi x by del x comes out to be infinity. Right now I told you this. If this is your psi x and this is your x, so this is the thing. Okay. Now there is discontinuity over here. There is discontinuity over here. So if you draw a tangent, then it will not be defined at these 2 points, at this point and at this point. But suppose I want to draw a tangent at this point, then it will be clearly defined. It will be defined like this, and its slope will also be defined. Okay. So del psi x by del x basically denotes the slope of the graph of psi x. So if psi x is discontinuous like this, then at a certain particular value of x, there the slope will not be defined. Not defined means infinity. Okay. Now del psi x by del x, when it comes out to be infinity, this basically contradicts your condition number one. This basically contradicts condition one. What is condition one? Condition one is that finite. Okay, psi x and del psi x by del x must be finite everywhere for all values of x in the range minus infinity to plus infinity, right? I had already told you this. This contradicts condition one. Which what is the condition number one? The condition number one that psi x and del psi by del x must be finite everywhere. This condition is violated. This condition has been taught in the previous lecture. Violated. Okay. This condition is violated. Got it? So this condition is violated. So this contradicts condition one and number fourth condition. Okay. Psi x must be square integrable. Psi of x must be square integrable. That is minus infinity to infinity. Okay. Psi x square dx. Okay. Is equal to minus infinity to plus infinity psi star x psi x dx must be finite. I had already told you this, that a complex number, okay, complex number means this is a function, right? So it can be written as its conjugate multiplied by that function, okay. I had already told you this, by the property of complex number this comes, okay, this comes by the property of complex number, right? So it must be square integrable like this, okay. And over here also we have learned this thing, okay. So these are the third and fourth conditions which must be satisfied by a wave function for realistic situation. So first and second condition also done, third and fourth condition also done. We won't go into their proofs, we won't go into their proofs, okay. We won't go into their proofs. Those proofs are not at all important. Like for the property 1 and 2 we saw the proofs, okay, but for third and fourth property we won't look at the proofs, okay, for the third and fourth property. So thank you very much. जय हिंद जय भारत. अपना ख्याल रखें और टेलीग्राम ज्वाइन नहीं किया है तो कर लें.